Stampers, this is Dawn from DawnStampingThoughts.net, and today we're going to make this really sweet little honey bear peekaboo card. Isn't it cute? But look, oh my gosh, on the inside we have the cute little butt. So now the idea of this card came from a swap that I got in Thailand, and this is from Morel Taylor. Thank you, I love your swap. She's from Sydney, Australia. Love her swap. So, but we're going to make my version today, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's give you all the measurements. The pink pirouette is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then this piece of pink pirouette is cut at 1.5 by 4, and then a piece of crumb cake, which is cut at 1 5/8 by 4 1/8. Then this piece of crumb cake is cut at 3 by 4 1/4, and then a piece of whisper white, which is cut at 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, so first we're going to go ahead and stamp. Okay, so we're going to be using a Little Wild stamp set, this little honey bear right here. And then also there's a Framelits, which is called Little Loves. And then also you can buy this together in a bundle and save 10%. So we're going to be using the Shimmery White because we're going to do some watercoloring with our little bear. Let me get all my stamps out. Okay, so we're going to use the black archival ink. We're going to stamp our little honey bear. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and stamp our greeting, which it says, "Hello there, honey bear." I'll stamp that on just regular whisper white. We're going to also stamp a couple flowers. Alright, now we're going to grab our aqua painter and our crumb cake classic ink. We're going to color in our little honey bear. So remember with the aqua painter, this is just regular tap water in the inside of the barrel. Hopefully that shows up. And so you're just going to unscrew the lid and then fill that up with tap water. And then you're ready to go. So I'm going to just activate this. I'm going to squeeze it on my hand so the water comes through the brush, just to get that activated. Now I'm going to do a water wash across the bear because I find that the ink will spread a little bit easier once it's wet a little bit. I'm going to pick up some ink. I just put some refill in the inside of the ink well right there in the ink pad. Okay, we're going to brush some water over top of the back side of the bear. Pick up some ink. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and set that aside to dry. We're going to adhere this piece, the whisper white and the crumb cake, just a little bit together so we can run that through the Big Shot together. Guess that looks good. Alright, now we're going to grab the Big Shot. Okay, so we're going to be using the circle framelits. I'm going to use this size. This size fits really nice onto the whisper white. I think this is a 2 1/8 size circle. So I'm going to punch the circle out of both of the layers at the same time. Okay, so we're going to grab our base of the card, and we're going to grab our crumb cake piece, and I'm just going to position this right where I want it to go onto the card. Right about there looks good. And then I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to outline that circle so I know right where to cut it. Take the same circle framelit that we cut out the center with the other layer. Layer it right over that pencil line. Slide that through the Big Shot. Okay, so this is going to be the front of the card. So this is going to layer on top of that, okay? All right, now we're going to cut out our little honey bear. I'm going to grab our Little Loves. And we're going to layer this right over top of that. Okay. Cut that out. So cute. Okay, so now there's a little tiny flower here on this Framelits collection. We're going to cut both of these out, both of these flowers. There's one. Cut the other one out. And then we're also using the wood crate little tag that's in this set on this framelit. We're going to cut out the hello there honey bear, the little tag. Okay, so there's our little flower and then our little cute little tag. Okay, so that's all the die cutting. Okay, so now we're going to emboss this strip of the pink pirouette. So for the die cutting, we use the Big Shot platform and the thin die adapter, but with the 3D dynamic embossing folder, these are a lot thicker of an embossing folder, so you don't need the thin die adapter. And then we're also only using one acrylic pad. This will not crank through with all those layers. This embossing folder is way too thick for that. Okay, so we're just using the Big Shot platform. Lay our 3D dynamic embossing folder and then one acrylic pad onto the Big Shot and then ram that through. Look how beautiful. Looks like a little beehive. It's the hexagon 3D dynamic embossing folder. Beautiful. All right, now we're done with the Big Shots. Let's move that. Bring in all our pieces here. We're going to go ahead and layer. There's our, there it is. I'm going to layer our strip of the pink pirouette onto the crumb cake. And this is going to go on the front of the card. This right down towards the bottom. It's right there. All right, now we're going to do some more stamping on this Whisper White piece. Make sure this is the right side. I think it's this side. Yep. Okay, so we have our little flowers and our little grass and then also the bees. This is all from the A Little Wild stamp set. So we're going to bring in our black archival ink again. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp on the front of this panel the bees up in the top right hand corner. And then the flowers. Stamp some grass. Okay, so I think that's all the stamping. Okay, so I'm using all the markers. This is the Subtles collection in the markers. You'll get a set of 10 of the markers, but I'm only going to use the 4. I'm using the So Saffron, the Soft Sky, Pear Pizzazz, and the Pink Pirouette. And I'm just going to color in the flowers and the bees, and then also these little flowers over here. And also the bee on the honey bear. Okay, so the black marker is sold individually. You can purchase this just all by itself. Have to color that leaf in there. All right, so now this flower is going to go on the front. Let me grab it. We're going to put adhesive, and then this flower, I'm going to put adhesive on that. Show through the back side of the honey bear side with the little cute butt. So we're just going to go ahead and put adhesive on the side that I didn't color the leaves with. So in case that flower shows through the hole, it will just be the flower. So let me show you that. So see how that shows through on the back side of the card? Isn't it cute? Okay, so now let's go to the honey bear. So we're going to put adhesive only in the top section of the honey bear, because we're going to put glue dots on the very bottom to put them inside of the window. And all I'm doing is I'm just lining up the bear's shape, the ear and his paws, just like that. So this part right here is not got any adhesive on that, all right? And then we're just going to take our scissors. We're going to remove this little tag part. And then where the ears are folded over, I'm just going to shape that out. So just cut that around the ear, just like that. Okay? Now we're going to grab the glue dots. We're going to put 2 glue dots on one side for right now. And then we'll put the other 2 once we get it in the card. I find that when you put the 2 glue dots on each side, they have a chance of sticking together. So I just put the 2 glue dots on one side. I'm going to take my base of my card, and I'm just going to slide the bear inside the little hole here, kind of tilting his head. And I still want that little bee to show. Just going to press that down. Now I'm going to put the other 2 glue dots on the front part. His feet. And press that down. So there's your honey bear that's going to show through the front and the back. Cute. Okay, so now this piece we're going to add some ribbon. This is the 3/8 classic weave ribbon. This is available in the crumb cake, the soft sky, and then also in the whisper white. So we're going to use the crumb cake for this panel here. I'm just going to cut a section off and tie a little knot at the bottom. Tails off. Cute. Then you just adjust your ribbon where you want it. I'm going to slide it up a little bit more, right underneath that grass, just like that. Okay, so now we're going to pop this up on Dimensionals. So I'm just going to layer this right over top of that crumb cake, lining up the center circle cut out. Then we're going to add some more Dimensionals. Okay, so we're going to take our card. I find that opening up the card is a little bit better for lining up the circle in the center. Oh my gosh, isn't it cute? So there's the front and then the inside. Now see how that flower does peek through a little tiny bit, but even if you didn't want to add the back side of the felt, it would still be so super cute. All right, now the tag part, what I found is that I'm just going to use a mini dimensional. Let me get them. Use a little tiny mini dimensional. I'm going to put it on the back side where that hole is that cut out with the framelit. Now Morel on her card, she put her tag at the bottom right there. It's so cute. And then I did this one that way too, but then for the pink pirouette one, I put it up on top. So really anywhere that you can find a place for it. I'm going to put it up on top again, right there. So now that little mini dimensional is showing through that hole. So what you're going to do is you're just going to tie a little Whisper White baker's twine bow, and then that will stick right onto that mini dimensional on the back side, showing through that hole. Isn't that great? So cute. Okay, so here's Morel's swap card again. Cute. And then here are the two, and then here's the other one with the pink pirouette. Hello, honey bear. All right. So I'll have all the items listed below, and then also subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Bye.